In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a menu bar, or more precisely, I'm going to show you how to adapt it from an existing one. Now, if you want to create your own, simply look at the HTML that we're going to be adapting and, use that as your model. So let's go over to Editor here. Now, here is my menu bar, but it's not actually a menu bar, it's just a bit of text showing us that that's where it's going to go. Okay, so rather than start from scratch, most web developers borrow code from other web developers. It's a bit like musicians. Most songs are remixes or kind of versions of other people's music. Now, we're going to go to w3css. Now, the easiest way, I think, to get there is just to type in w3css in the menu bar, go to the Google results, and it's always there, the first one. Now, we're looking for navigation. We might also want to use drop-downs, but drop-downs is when you can have all of your menu items in a single place. I'm going to just go for navigation, because I know there's some very nice links here, link bars, or menu bars. Okay, so this is the standard kind of top of the page link, and because we're in w3css, we've included a link to that in our website. There it is. Because of this link to w3css, we can achieve some cool features like these colored menu bars here by just including some very simple code like that. Now, we could copy and paste that, or I could just keep looking for something else. Okay. Hoverable links. I quite like the idea of this. Oh, this is a nice one. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to use this one. I'm not sure about the different colors, but I'm going to just have a play with this one and just try it before I decide to include it on mine. So when we mouse over the links, the background color changes it away from grey. And I can see how I can edit that, because the colors are just covered here, and I could easily change that first one to hover on pink. There we go, that looks pretty cool. So I think I'm going to go for this menu here. Now if I look at the code, I'm just going to have to take this bit here. So the actual pieces of HTML is an UL tag, stands for an unordered list, so it's a list without numbers. And then we're setting some behavior here. So w3 navbar does the formatting. w3 border gives us this nice outline. Light grey is just the color. And inside there, li is the tag for a list item. We next have the a tag, which is a link tag. So I'm going to copy that across, and I'm going to change my hover colors, and then I'm going to change my hrefs to the names of the pages of my site. So in order to change these hrefs, I'm going to go over to my sitemap and use these HTML names there. Okay, so let's cut and paste this code. So I'm using Control with my cursor keys, and now I'm pressing Shift and down to highlight entire lines. I'm going to press Control C to copy, and then I'm going over to here, and where I have menu bar currently, so Shift, Control and right arrow to highlight all of that text, and then I'll just paste over the top of it. Now, this is good how it's indented the UL tag, but these guys have not indented properly. So I'm going to press Shift and down to highlight these, and then I'm going to press Tab. And if you've done that correctly, it should allow you to indent multiple lines at once. be careful, sometimes that deletes the code, so just be careful. You'll see that this indentation here is a little bit smaller than the usual, so you might want to just edit it line by line. Okay, that's better. So now I've got my menu bar, and I'm just going to change the text so that it's all, I think I'm going to hover on orange. And I'm going to go for a green and orange theme to my site. At least that's what I'll try at first, and then I might switch it later. And I might keep one link different, just to show how it's a bit special. Now, if I look at my sitemap, I can see I have 5 pages, so I really need to add another line to my menu. So I'm going to scroll to the front. Now I'm using my cursor key with Shift, Control and right until I highlight the whole line. I'm going to copy that, Control C, press Enter, Control V, paste it in, and I'm going to have different colors for these 2 pages. For the science work and the artwork, they're going to have different hover color because they have a different layout as well. It's not really necessary, I just like that idea all of a sudden. So now I'm going to change my hrefs. These are the URLs, the unique resource locators for my pages. So the first one will be index.html. Now, because these are in the same folder, all of these HTML pages will be in the same folder. There's no need to put anything in front of the name. The next one I'll do is sports and then about me. If they're in a different folder, we would have to add more information at the front of the href attribute. And the other 2 pages were called artwork and science work HTML. All one word. You should always try to avoid spaces and using uppercase, unless you're using camel case, which is when you start new words with a capital letter. Sciencework.html. Let's just check the spelling. Yes, they're all lowercase. Now I also need to change the actual text of the link. Home is okay. This one will be sports. This one will be about me. You could probably think of a more interesting name for that. Art work and science work. And let's just check that those links are working. Now, they won't actually work yet because these pages don't yet exist. These links here are to pages which don't exist because we're going to fix up these menus before we copy this page. So once we're done with this, we'll make multiple copies of this page and we will call them with these names as per the sitemap. But for now, let's just check that the menu looks as I would like it to look. Okay, the links will not work, but that's okay. We don't mind. We're going to get those to work in a moment. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Now, you could use any other kind of navigation if you like. Don't forget to go over to w3css and play around. You might choose to use some side navigation perhaps. There's lots of different ways to do that. Or you might want to have just a single button for all of your links. You could just have all of your links in a single button like this. And that is a tidy way of doing a menu bar, and it also looks very good on a small screen. Okay, I hope this has given you some ideas. Please ask me if you need me to show you anything else. And thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful.